Hey, welcome folks! Let's dive into a remarkable story of a circuit rider from back in the day, a preacher who, rode through wild storms and harsh snows to bring comfort and hope to isolated communities.
That's right. Absolutely. This isn't your everyday story. It's a tale of grit and passion. Imagine a preacher who didn't need a grand church building, but instead embraced the very elements to deliver his message.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't just wandering aimlessly, he was trailblazing with purpose. This guy, John Lewis Dyer, wasn't afraid to face extreme winter storms, deep snows, and icy winds.
Yep, it's pretty wild. Now, what really caught my attention is how, when his trusty horse couldn't handle the terrain, he innovated by using wooden devices, basically long wooden snowshoes, or more like, skis.
Right, it's like, he turned his hardship into an opportunity, using these makeshift skis to traverse the impassable.
Indeed.
It's a reminder that sometimes you have to be creative and adaptive when the roads get rough.
And speaking of rough roads, think about the mountains he tackled. Steep slopes, high winds, and snow so deep it could swallow a horse whole. It really puts into perspective the physical and spiritual endurance he had.
Exactly. And it's not just the journey, but what he did when he finally arrived, preaching in small schoolhouses, cabins, or even just a miner's humble dwelling. Each sermon was a spark of hope in communities starved for a touch of divine comfort.
Right on. Now I got to say, even though his lifestyle might seem outlandish to us today, his message about perseverance really resonates. But here's a thought. Could we be over-romanticizing the hardships he endured? I mean, maybe sometimes it's a bit too glorified to say every struggle is worth it for one's soul.
That's a fair point. But consider this. His determination was rooted in a deep conviction that no one should be deprived of the comforting word of faith. It's like, every snowy mile
I see
was a
what you mean.
testament to his commitment.
Yeah, his journey wasn't just physical. It's an emblem of the inner strength we sometimes need in our own battles. And speaking of inner strength, it's almost poetic how he built little snow walls to shield himself from the biting wind.
I love that image. It's like he constructed his own sanctuary right there in the wilderness, a temporary fortress that allowed him to continue the mission. It really captures the spirit of self-reliance and faith.
Absolutely, yeah. And then, after all that relentless journeying, his dedication didn't go unnoticed. I mean, being chosen as the first chaplain by the Colorado Senate is no small feat. Talk about a reverberation of faith making its way into governance.
Right. It's as if his informal ministry on the rugged trails prepared him perfectly to serve in a more formal, even political capacity. It just shows that true commitment and service can elevate you to unexpectedly high places.
It's really a lesson in perspective. Whether you're out in the wilderness or facing modern-day storms, the principle remains the same. Carry on, adapt, and let your faith drive you forward.
And in today's crazy world, this story encourages us to, strap on our snowshoes when times get tough, even if our challenges aren't literally about snow or wind.
Right? It's like a metaphor for resilience. Yep, exactly. And if you think about it, it's almost like we're invited to learn a bit about innovation in the face of adversity, finding unique solutions when the standard approach just doesn't cut it.
Definitely. He wasn't just riding, he was constantly thinking, how can I overcome this obstacle? And that's something we can all apply when we're, in the midst of our own personal storms.
That's so true. Now, here's something to chew on. Some might say that such boldness was driven by a desperate need to escape isolation, while others see it purely as an act of courage. What do you think was his real motivation?
I think it's a blend, really. On one hand, there's that unwavering faith that pushed him to spread the gospel at all costs. But on the other, you can see how the isolation of those frontier towns created a genuine need for connection.
Makes sense. Interesting, because when we compare it to modern evangelism, or even our day-to-day struggles, it's like the same struggle in different arenas, connecting hearts, bridging gaps, whatever form that takes.
Absolutely. It's, like the story encourages us to see beyond the immediate challenge. It's not only about braving the storm, It's about the impact that perseverance can have on an entire community.
Exactly, indeed. And you know, while his story might feel like it belongs in a history book, his lessons are timeless. Whether you're facing a career challenge, personal setbacks, or just a gloomy day, there's something in his journey that inspires grit and creativity.
Yes, it's almost like he was the original problem solver. When his horse lagged, he didn't give up. Instead, he innovated. That's the kind of resourcefulness we cherish even today.
Absolutely. And let's not forget his humble beginnings. Preaching in drafty schoolhouses with a few folks, or even an isolated family. Yet his determination never dwindled no matter the audience size.
Right. It's like every single sermon was a personal mission. And even when critics might have doubted the practicality of such long journeys, he proved time and time again that passion and commitment can overcome vast, literal and figurative distances.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I do wonder, though, in today's age, do we sometimes overcomplicate things instead of finding that simple, direct route to connect with people? What do you think?
Well, it's like, we often get caught up in the complexity of modern life and might lose sight of the raw, genuine dedication that made stories like his so powerful. Maybe there's something to be learned by stripping it back to basics sometimes.
True indeed. Exactly. A little less flair and a little more heart. And as we reflect on his legacy, it's clear that while the challenges of today differ in form, the essence of overcoming adversity remains unchanged.
Yep. And isn't that just inspiring? Whether you're riding through a winter storm or navigating a modern challenge, perseverance, ingenuity, and dedication are the keys to getting through.
Yeah. And you know, it really makes you think about how faith can lead us to embrace even the most daunting paths. It's a reminder that even in isolation, community and connection can thrive if we dare to move forward.
Definitely. His journey was as much about community building as it was about self-reliance. Every step he took was meant to bridge a gap between loneliness and belonging.
That's powerful indeed. And let's appreciate how his legacy was recognized. Being honored as a chaplain for the Colorado Senate reflects that his work had a profound impact, not just spiritually, but socially and politically as well.
Right. It's a testament to how steadfast faith and relentless service can carve out a path to honor, even in the halls of government.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lesson here for each of us. No matter how insurmountable the challenges may seem, a bit of innovation, a lot of heart, and an unwavering spirit can lead us to places we'd never expect.
I couldn't agree more. And it does make you reflect. Maybe we should all consider, putting on our snowshoes in our own lives when the path gets treacherous.
Right on. Exactly. So as we wrap up this chat, think about that next time you're faced with a challenge. What creative solution might you come up with? How might you adapt like a true pioneer in your own neck of the woods?
It's a compelling call to action. And while times have changed, from open trails to busy city streets, the underlying message remains timeless. Persevere, adapt, and always keep faith.
Absolutely, yeah. Well said. This story, though rooted in the 1860s, continues to kindle the flame in modern hearts, a blend of history, inspiration, and practical wisdom.
Right, and it goes to show that whether you're braving icy blizzards or the hustle of modern life, the courage to keep moving forward can transform the world around you.
Indeed. Thanks for joining this conversation, folks. Let these words of a trailblazing preacher remind you to find strength in adversity and to innovate in the face of challenges.
That's the takeaway. Persevere with purpose and let your inner light guide you through every storm. Until next time, keep trudging on and let history inspire your future.
Absolutely, yeah.